Good evening, everybody. My name is Davide Casalin, and I'm here to introduce one of our new products, which we're going to officially launch at AIM 2020. It's called Extreme 266 Isochronic. It's a round Baler with an Isobus 4.0 communication system. Before we get down to the nuts and bolts of this round Baler, let me now just briefly introduce the company I work for. It's called Maschio, Gaspardo. Then I will start shedding some light on the round Baler. I will be talking about the advantages of a variable chamber round Baler. So we will be talking about zero pressure chambers, and then we will focus on supply systems, the pickup system, the openable tailgate, and then we will come to the isotronic version. Maschio Gaspardo is a leading company throughout the world, and we have commercial companies throughout the world. We offer a full line of products. We are able to provide products in all fields and sectors, from plowing down to manuring, fertilizing, protection of crops, seeding, sowing. But today we are here to talk about hay making. We will be talking about hydroponic as a system and 266. Then we also provide maintenance machinery. We have a wide-ranging line of products. As you can see, all our commercial companies can sell our products, and this means that farmers can rest assured they always have the right maintenance and the right support by us. Here you see the history of the company. The company was set up as far back as in 1964. Giorgio and Maschio, the two brothers, were the founders of the company. This is the very starting point when this picture was taken, and this is when the company started building and manufacturing milling cutters. Then in 1994, a historical company was acquired, was taken over. This company was based in San Parlamento in the Friuli region in Italy. So Massimo Gaspardo took over Gaspardo, and this is when sewing machinery was sold to start with. Then in 2013, Unigreen was taken over by Maschio Gaspardo, and this is when sprinklers were made part of our production and commercial line. In 2014, Ferrabo was taken over. This is a company that is located in the area around Cremona, and this is when we started being active in the haymaking sector. And then we went on to take over another company, which was maybe more experienced in the field of plowing. And here again, we started selling highly specialized plowing machinery. Let's now turn to our turnover. Our turnover hovers around 324 million euros, 2,000 employees. That's the number of staff. We have 8 different production factories in the northern part of Italy, as you can see right now. And then in the world, we have one in Romania, one in China, and one in India. We have 13 commercial companies spread throughout the world, and we sell more than 70,000 machines over 1 year. So we basically operate throughout the world. This is our full range of products. We start with greenery maintenance. We have shredders, lateral side shredders, fixed and bendable shredders, and we also have front-mounted machines that can be easily used in vineyards, for instance, and orchards. And we also use this machinery with extendable rooms for the maintenance of the sides of the streets. We then have blowing machines. We have clinical rain, and we also have miracle for high power and high performance settings. All our plowing machines are built with high resistance steel. They are more durable, and the performance of the machinery is correspondingly higher. Our machinery is extremely precise and accurate. We have a whole series of products when it comes to the preparation of the seeding ground. And as I said, we also have catchers. Let me now turn to sewing uh, machinery. We have precision seeding machinery. And as my colleague pointed out yesterday, we also have a new chrono speed sewing machine. Of this new machinery. We also have direct sewing machinery. We also uh, have uh, fertilizer spreader that can be used over very large surfaces. Something that my colleague will then be taking on from here tomorrow. Um, we have weeding machines, and we have sprinklers, as I said, and rippers. And then we also have haymaking machines. Um, you see the Leah model, and have single rotor, double rotor machines. We then have motor mowers, frontally mounted motor mowers. As I said, this is a very extensive type of product range. We have round balers with fixed as well as variable chamber round baler. As regards fixed chamber balers, we either have bars, roll bars, or rollers. We have an entry level model which is called Entry 120, 150. The Entry 120 model, so the first model that you see here on the screen, allows you to have a bulb which is as wide as 120 centimeters. When it comes to the Entry 150 model, then it means that your bulb will be as wide as 150 centimeters. In the 150 model, you have 41 um, times. Um, we then have fixed chamber round balers. We have three models: Mondiale 120, Mondiale 120 Combi, and Extreme 165. You can have 17 different rollers in the machine. Cutting system is called Ultra Cut, and it is equipped with 25 different knives. It means the cutting procedure is never interrupted. We then have combined round pavers. 100 combo is one case in point. This machine provides very high performance. You can pick uh, form the bale and transform the bale with either net or twine into complete and finished. we have two satellite devices, in this case, that allows us to bind the product instantly. Let me now turn to uh, core of my presentation, in other words, variable chamber round layers. We have the Extreme product range. There are three models: Extreme 1, Model 2, and then we also have series number 3. We will now focus on Extreme 266, which is the new entry in our product range. But the Series 1 and the Series 3 are basically very high performance machines. You have 120 peak up and you have 215 millibar in terms of pressing pressure. As I said, now I'm going to focus on Extreme 266 isotonic. As I said earlier on, Extreme is for us is a hybrid round Baler, and it has all the right requirements to be a very high performance solution. You have the opportunity to create a pre-chamber without any pressure, so with pressure zero. And more importantly, you can bind the bales starting from the highest pressure from the very first centimeters. So basically, you have all the advantages of other balers, even if you have a variable round baler in this case. What is really new about this product is the new Isobus communication protocol this machinery is equipped with. You have a device in on board of the on board of this machine, and you can basically observe all the necessary parameters. You can have them handy at your disposal, and you can take your own decisions. So Extreme 266 comes with a new brand design. It has a very high pressing capacity, and it can be fully operated with this isotonic system. This machinery is again perfect for hay, for maize, or for fodder in general, alfalfa, for instance, or meadows. This machine allows you to change the final diameter of the drawbar, going from 50 to 165 centimeters. Extreme 266 can be defined as a very versatile model. It comes with 4 different supply systems. One is an HT supply system. We'll go back to it in a minute. Then we have the HTC with 13 knives, and then you have 16 knives model. To pick up any type of product, you have a maximum pressure of 210 bars, which is variable pressure, of course, and you can generate a pre-chamber that goes as high as 110 centimeters. Another opportunity that you have is the openable tailgate. Any clogging take place. Here you see this new type of Isobus communication. When we say Isobus, we mean an international protocol communication called allows the operator to interact with, again, the machinery and the tractor. You have an homologated braking system for Italy and for other countries. You have a very large pickup bar, 220 centimeters. So this means that even if the door bar is not perfectly circular, you can easily um, pick up all the necessary product. You also have pivoting, swiveling rollers. This makes it easier for you to steer, and should the ground be uneven, then you can easily follow the slope on the ground. And there is a device that will make the porridge more compact. This device allows you, in the end, to have perfect. These are the standard tires that you will find on our machines, 460 15.5. In order to have a lower center of gravity, you can have these optional versions, 19, 45, 17, and we are often asked to provide the following tires: 550, 45, 22. However, as I said, the tailgate can be opened, so should any clogging take place, you don't need to interrupt your job. You don't have to get off the machine. You can basically do everything by through the Isobus communication protocol. Here you see that you can use plastic film or a net binding system. You have a greasing system that is centralized, and we have a fully fledged network of licensed resellers that will be able to provide you with all the necessary spare parts. So basically, this is a machine that can be without any problems by any type of users, any commission manufacturer. As I said earlier on, this is considered as a hybrid round fader. It has all the advantages of a fixed fader. You can create a pre-chamber which is as wide as 110 centimeters. The diameter of this pre-chamber will then be handled by the Isobus terminal. In comparison to our competitors, we have a double rocket arm. So basically, we can have the same pressure range as one fixed chamber round fader. As I said, maximum pressure should be 210 volts. This is perfect for in-stage and hay and for straw. Please remember that our compression chamber is made up by motorized rollers. These rollers will facilitate the creation of bales, and bales will always be perfect in their shape. The geometry of variable chambers is possible because we have a double rocket with hydraulic cylinders that allow us to have a maximum operating pressure of 220 bars, as mentioned earlier on. The first rocket bar will define the pressure and the diameter of the draw bar. You can have, again, a pre-chamber, as I said, as high as 110 centimeters, while the second one will centrally counterbalance the pressure of the chains. We don't manage to guarantee a zero bar pressure. As you can see here, the product gets into the machine without any specific order. The product is not damaged, of course, and this free chamber is created, and it can be filled up as high as 110 centimeters. Then, more in details, here you can see the main rocker arm that defines the pressure within the chamber, and then you have the counter rocker arm. So basically, this is a type of equipment that our competitors cannot provide. The advantage of creating a pre-chamber is as follows. You can pick up humid product, so the humidity rate is as high as 23%. And this means that once the bale has been created and humidity can evaporate, it is easier to preserve all the nutrients within the bale, within the hay, and this is of course very important for feeding our cattle. Should the product be extremely wet and humid, then you can easily create self-combustion processes. And again, this is it's not very nice to say, but again, this is when you can no longer use your bales. So this is the reason why you do really need to strike the right balance, the perfect balance. As I said earlier on, when you create a pre-chamber, you have the inner portion of the bale that is extremely smooth and tender, and the outer portion, the circular portion of the bale, will be more robust. This is another advantage that not everybody knows about. In the mixing device, in the central portion of the mixing device, the product is immediately mixed up. So it's a matter of humidity. This is in a nutshell the message I'd like to get across. Our machine is very versatile. So if you need to harvest a product that is very humid and you need to bind it and to transform it into a bale, you can use our machine because you can start pressing the product without any problems, and you can store your products outdoor, and you want to be wasting your product. The humidity can range from 60 to 40%. When it comes to hay, for instance, it goes from 24 to 20 without any problems. You then have a higher loss of humidity. You can basically pick up more product. This should not be underestimated as an advantage. It keeps raining a lot, and it means that the products can be better conserved, better stored, and they can be better preserved. As I said, the inner part of the bale will be very smooth, will be very tender, and fermentation procedures will be reduced. And if you have a very dry product. I'm talking about straw, for instance. If you start pressing from the very first symptom, then it means you have a high weight for the bale. So this means you achieve the best possible efficiency in terms of transport. As I said earlier on, we have different supply systems for this machine. You can either use the rotor, you can use EGR, HTC, or HTU systems, depending on your needs. And the cutting would range from 45 to 75 centimeters. Let me now take you through these four different supply systems. The HTI is a system with an alternative device. It is usually suitable for straw or alfalfa, so for dry products. And we should bear in mind that the protein percentage in our bales is very important in terms of nutrients for our cattle. And so it's a portion of the leaf that has to be protected. So we have this baling device which goes very soft on leaves, such as the leaves of alfalfa, for instance. So we preserve leaves, which is the area which includes the highest content of proteins for the feeding of the cattle. As regards the HTR system, we have one version with a rotor, and as you can easily see here, the rotation speed is very high. This rotor would supply the chamber with product in a continuous and fast way. The operating speed is kept unchanged, although the quantity of hay or straw is very high. Please remember that this rotor is equipped with lateral devices. This means that the product is evenly spread about the chamber. In order to create an engine that could be used for a long period of time, we have star-shaped elements that are made out of stardust special steel so that we can use wear and tear while the machine is used. As regards the cutting system, we have the HTC system. We have 13 different knives. As a result, we have a final product with a length of 77 millimeters. And then we have the HTU system. This is an ultra cut version, which includes 25 knives. This is ideal for green surfaces, and you can have final product with of 45 millimeters. We're talking about very short products, and it means that the product has already been cut or shredded within the chamber, so it means that the product will not remain very long in the mixing device. So what are the advantages of cutting systems? Let me now point out the real advantages of a cutting system. First of all, the shape of the bale would be much nicer. I needed to supply the chamber with a product that has already been cut, and it has to be very homogeneous, very regular. So bales look very nice, perfectly shaped. We never have pear-shaped bales. Bales tend to be very dense and very thick, and as a result, you use less net or less uh, plastic film to drop them up. Fermentation starts quite quickly. This means that it takes less time for the hay to go through the mixing device than the machine. And you have a product that has already been cut. So, so you have a product that is better mixed up, just more homogeneous, and we know that cattle will be better fed with males because males have higher number of nutrients. Let me now talk about two functions, two new aspects. We have the pickup system, and then we have the openable tailgate. We use a very big pickup device, which is as wide as 220 centimeters. This is equipped with rollers, swiveling rollers, as you can see, so that you can easily follow the profile soil. We want to make sure that the product is constantly supplied into the chamber, and this should be ensured even if the ground is uneven. Swiveling rollers, which we provide, which come as a standard, allow you to perfectly follow even very bumpy soil profiles and will make it easier for you to steer for four different bars, and altogether you have 28 different picking up. In other words, you can easily uh, follow the profile of the ground. More importantly, depending on the type of system you choose, you have two different uh, two different rating systems, and this will allow you to better process your product. And altogether, you have uh, a distance between teeth, which is as wide as 69 millimeters. This is for the HDR, HDC, and HG version. As I said, the distance among teeth is 69 millimeters. And if you want, in order to make sure that the machine stays closer to the ground, you can have 13 different detection positions. This implies the highest possible versatility ever for around. As you can see, we have tail as a standard configuration. Should any plugging take place in the past, the operator was forced to get off the machine, and this entailed a waste of time. So the operator had to manually extract product that got stuck up in the machine. So we now have this new system, which is the openable tailgate, which comes as a standard, as I said, and the operator does not really need to get off the machine. Everything can be easily done by using the Isobus terminal on the tractor. Before we discuss all the nitty-gritty, let me remind you of this. If we had 60 centimeters of paper already pre-chamber, uh, then tailgate can be partially open, as opposed to a situation where the clogging took place in the very first part of baling procedure, in that case the tailgate opens completely, so it is very easy to open the tailgate once the operator receives the message to do so. The PTO can be easily activated on board. This means we can easily do away with the plug. Then open the tailgate and you can resume your work without any problems. So basically, you can use this machine all the time. Downtime is reduced. Let me now turn to the isotropic version, which is new now to this new version. We call this type of communication isotronic. ISO stands for Isobus, and chronic comes from electronic. So all machines equipped with isotronic systems are equipped with an Isobus electronic uh, protocol. So this is the brand new latest generation brand Baler. The communication protocol was recently updated in terms of electronic devices. All parameters can be easily adjusted by using the monitoring device on board the tractor. Over the past few years, we witnessed a true digital revolution in our field, talking about farming 4.0. So it is paramount importance to have electric devices on board of tractors. Gaspardo has been heavily investing in this field, and this is why we came up with this model. This is the virtual terminal, and as you can see here, you can acquire all the necessary operating data. You can export data from the portal system. You can export or harvesting related data, you can process them, and you can then optimize your work. Then you can adjust the diameter of bales from 50 to 165 centimeters. And more importantly, you can adjust the pre-chamber, which is a zero pre-chamber, and its pressure can go as high as 110 bars. Then provide uh, provide manufacturers and subcontractors with the opportunity to save data. Let's pretend it's June now, and harvest straw. And I will have setting number one, straw harvesting. So I can easily perform this operation. And then maybe in the afternoon, I have to harvest hay. I have to use a different pressure, maybe the operating pressure, 120 bars. All this is possible, and reset programs are safe operating unit. As with the breathing systems, everything can be easily handled and managed through a panel on board. You can basically operate functions from the tractor itself. Here you see that our machine is a high performance one. We have tempered steel gears that withstand very high temperatures. We use reinforced chains to counteract wear and tear, and also helps. And as an optional, you also have automatic greasing the device. To make sure that enough grease is available, allows you to have an operating machine that is never um, cooked, that can always work. And we then have oil pump that immediately that is immediately greased every tail gauge is turned. So this means that our machine is perfectly working. So these are basically all the devices allow our machines to be always correctly greased and oil lubricated. Before I come to the end of my presentation, I would like to show one short video. You will see our machine uh, working on a field. uh, Let's see our round Baler Extreme 266 in operation.